Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode number 10 of Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live, baby, where we interview the men and women building this country one business at a time so you can learn how to get your hustle on. You know, if you want to learn how to win, you ask a winner how they do it. So, we're going to get into this. Today's guest is amazing. This man, his name is Robert Brooker. He is the host of his own show, Robert Old Dude, where he gets on there and he just goes off. I'm telling you, this man can talk. And I mean, but the great thing about it is when he talks, he brings value to the table. So we're gonna work on getting him in here. We're gonna work on getting this live, getting this going. I appreciate everybody for joining me on today's live. I do apologize for yesterday. We had some technical difficulties with my guest. I was not able to get them on the show. You know, hey, that's the thing about going live, man. Things happen. Facebook, it's got its times. Every now and then. It won't work. So yeah, but Robert, this man. I'm excited to have him on the show. I really am. He's an awesome guy. He's actually an up and coming author. He is an award-winning public speaker. Rich, thank you so much for joining. I'm actually bringing our guest in now. I appreciate you for coming in this morning. Man, it is a beautiful day in the ARK. I'm telling you, it is amazing out here. Like you couldn't ask for better weather. So, hey, Rich, you know I'm gonna start doing this in every episode. I want you do me a favor. If you're watching this live, drop hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, drop hashtag replay. But most importantly, drop something down in the comments that you are thankful for this morning. Just give me a few things, whether it's one or three things, whatever it is. I want to know what you're grateful for. I'm gonna start doing this in every episode because one of the things that I practice is I write down every day. And don't judge me that my pen's pink, alright? I ran out of ink, and now I gotta use a pink pen. So, you know what? Don't judge me. But I write down every single day. These are things that I'm thankful for. Like, you see all this? Like, these are my daily to-do list. Things that I'm grateful that I have. Things that, I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm grateful that I'm able to go live with y'all on Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live and bring value to you by bringing these winners to the table and letting them teach us how it is that they do what they do. Let me see, my guest, let's see, come on, buddy. Rich says, I am thankful that I am still in the game and my current life is intact. Yes, that is beautiful. Thank you so much. Hey, look, for some reason, my phone does not tell me who joins the lives every time, so I cannot see everybody that is down there unless you comment, but I appreciate you for joining. I appreciate y'all. This is episode number 10 of Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live, baby. So we're going to have a good time today. Our guest is Robert Brooker. This man is an award-winning coach. He's a life coach. He's an award-winning public speaker. Ula, thank you for joining me. Mr. Robert is also the host of Robert Old Dude. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. I'm telling you, this guy, he's a hoot. He really is. I always love bringing somebody that is country like myself to the table, is because you never know what's gonna come out our mouth. Like, you really don't. Let's see. Rich says, I am grateful for the fact that my fears are becoming less and less. Beautiful, brother. Ula, by the way, you didn't hear it. From now on, in the beginning of every episode, I am going to ask you to please drop down in the comments something you're grateful for, something you're thankful for this morning, because everyone should be writing down things that they're grateful for in the mornings. But not everybody does that. So while watching this show, it'll give you an opportunity to think of something you're grateful for, something that you're thankful for this morning. So drop that down in the comments. Mary Sterling, thank you for joining me on today's episode number 10 of Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live. It is going to be an amazing episode today. We've got Robert Brooker coming in. We're still waiting on him to come in, but hey, he'll be here when he's here. I know that he had a long night last night. He had a long day yesterday. He was working his butt off. So I'm blessed to even have him coming on the show. So let me see here. I'm going to figure out how I can message him while we're live here. But Mary, do me a favor. Drop down in the comments something you're thankful for, something that you're grateful for. And you know what? Like I'm fighting to get our guest on here. I want to get him on here. Robert, there he is, right there. That's my man. All right, sweet, awesome. All right, yeah, buddy, rolling like a big shot. All right, Robert. It's not allowing me to add you. I need you to request to join the live. Wow, yeah, Robert. Hey, how you doing this morning? That is our guest for the day. I appreciate you for coming in, bud. I really do. It's a blessing. You know, I got to change these lights. They make my teeth look yellow on screen. That is just disgusting. Anyway, sorry, I get distracted. Robert, if you don't mind, click the little green guy down there, and it will allow you to come into the live with us. It isn't here. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. Says, I'm grateful for having a wonderful family who lives with me despite my faults, for good health, and most of all, that God doesn't quit on me when I do. That is beautiful. Wayne, thank you for joining us on today's episode of Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live. This is episode number 10, and today's guest is Robert Brooker. This man, he's such an inspiration to me. He is the host of Robert Brooker, Old Guy, and he's an award-winning public speaker. He's an up-and-coming author. This man is truly a blessing. Robert, what's up, buddy?
Me.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Dude, I know you had a really long night. I know that me and you were up for a while trying to get things ready for today because dude, you were working hard yesterday. Sorry about y'all about how I look. I ain't having
Things in my ear. Can you hear me now? Can you hear
sir,
me?
I can hear you wonderfully.
Oh, good.
I can see that fancy green screen you got behind you, too. I'm going to have one of them one day. Y'all just wait. That's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. It's a little pain. It's kind of annoying for me to get this phone in its little holder here.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Hey, man, this is better than what I got. I use books.
Oh.
I just stack up books and I put it on there. Hey, Mary, Ula, Rich, Wayne, thank y'all, everybody, for joining us on today's episode number 10 of Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live. I'm your host, Tucker Bearden, and today our guest is Robert Brooker. This man he's an award-winning speaker and up-and-coming author and the host of Robert Brooker, Old Guy. So it's going to be exciting. This man is a character. He's kind of like me. You let him loose and he will go off the chain. So I'm excited to get him going. Can you hear me fine, bud? You kind of froze on my end. Hello.
Jeez.
Okay.
There we are.
You ready, brother?
This thing is so tight, the clamp, and the phone. Yeah, I hit.
Hey, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, carry on.
Okay.
I heard you talking about me, but
look, I know. Well, everybody, I know who you are, but I really we want to know, where do you come from? What is your background, bud?
I come from my
Who's
mama.
Robert Brooker? Sir?
I come from my mama. I've been wanting to say that for a while.
Okay. Well, let's
my background.
Yeah.
Okay. My father's Canadian, like English European kind of blend. My mother, she's from Tennessee, Nashville, with a touch of Cherokee. And when we mixed together, I came out for better or for worse. Um, and she left the States before she was 18. It was a arranged marriage. Her mother was very persuasive. Being one of 8 kids, she saw an opportunity to have a little more space. So at 16, my mother got married. At 18, she had me, and so we're not dual citizens. So they tell us that we would be able to get our green card without going through the lottery or anything, as long as we're not taking a job from an American. Or so I've heard.
What?
Um,
Wait, so wait a minute. You have Cherokee in your blood, and they're complaining about you taking jobs from Americans?
yeah, because
Uh,
my mother.
I'm not even gonna get into that because that is a whole nother ball game to be fighting. Because I stand with the Native Americans. That's just me. But I'm not even gonna get political on here because I know people get wild over that stuff. So brother, I know that you're the host. You're the host of Robert Old Dude. I want to know more about the show. Like, what is it? What is your show all about, man?
It's sort of a thing now, isn't it? Um, well, I think I almost gave Joshua an anxiety attack at the beginning of it on last Friday, because I thought he was leaning over checking his phone message as I was setting up, because I hadn't hit the live button yet, and he was still looking over there. So I stopped looking at the screen and I was looking around for something, and he was still talking, and I thought he was talking, but he wasn't talking to anybody else. He was talking to me. He goes, hey, hey, I'm talking to you. Hey. And I was like, oh, were you talking to me? And he's like, he almost lost it right there. And while that was happening, of course, you can see my face, and I looked so strange. Like, I guess that's how I look when I'm starting to feel uncomfortable, because thinking, why isn't he talking to me? What is he doing now? And boom. Then I realized he was talking to me the whole entire time. That was,
Oh man.
mm. So we're just hanging out, and I'm just nice and chill and relaxed. Kind of like you take your jacket off and you throw it over in the corner, it just settles in nicely. That was me, the jacket, settling in nicely. Um, so what's the show about? And I said,
Hey, stay home.
no, no. It's Joshua asked me that, because
Oh.
we were just talking a bit back and forth. He goes, yeah, but there's an audience. I said, I know, they're used to me. He goes, so he took charge after a while. I said, oh yes, absolutely. We usually let the guests do that when we were doing the three old dudes. So Joshua had that need to. He had something to say, whereas I was happy to say anything on a Friday evening. I was happy he was there.
Hey, Joshua, he will take control.
I was just happy he was there.
He will take control. It's good. It's good when it's got me because I ramble.
Oh, so do I. I go off on tangents or ramble, and it's frustrating for someone that wants to actually say something. And
So what is your show? Your show, Robert Old Dude. What is it all about?
oh, it's about being genuine, literally, and making friends. And I thought, we did this before, like on the Thrill Dudes, but we can just do it without, under the premise that the person that was with me could come back at any time. So they were part of the family once they were on the show. So basically, well, I promote friendship. You could say that, right? I certainly create enough of them. Um, so I thought at the time, why don't I just demonstrate this? Because some people don't seem to be able to do it very well. Why don't I just do it and let people watch? And then they can see that and say, well, this guy can do it. I can do that. And that's usually when they start paying attention to see what I'm doing. And it's easier demonstrated than explained. for most people.
Mm-hmm.
So I just let them say it. Like, come on. And of course, if anyone has something to say in the comments, um, I interacted with the people in the comments directly. One guy said this is boring, but it wasn't. It wasn't that evening because a lot of things were happening. But I was doing a live masters, and I think it was on for an hour, scrambling. And he said this is boring. I was like, okay, that's okay to be bored, you know. Like,
Yeah. Hey,
so
you know what I tell people is being bored is just a lack of appreciation for life in itself because
yeah,
there are no ordinary moments.
yeah, I've discovered that
You know.
boring a long time. If I'm still
Well, brother, I need to ask you, what is it? I mean, I love the message behind your show. I really do. And I mean, building friendship and showing people how it's done firsthand. I mean, that was something that I could have used a lot whenever I was younger. But brother, I got to know, like, what if you had to define it down to a niche? What is your hustle? Like, what is it? What is it? Your hustle's all about?
um, helping people, helping others, helping someone to feel better about themselves than they did before I met them.
That's beautiful.
Now sometimes I can be too much over. You can have too much of me, believe it. I have to take a break from me every now and then. Just it looks like that's going to be interrupting me. I wish I turned off notifications first. But what can you do? Facebook makes that challenging.
Hey, it happens. That's the thing about being live, man. Things happen, bud.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know.
it's like, hey, that's what people got to understand, man. Look, this isn't a scripted show. This isn't a scripted like deal. Like, I don't get on here and know exactly what it is that's going to be said. That's the whole point. That's the exciting part about it. You never know what's going to happen. Tyler, I don't want to try to say your last name because I'm
Oh,
probably going to butcher it.
Nakamura.
Tyler
Hey, Ty.
something. Thank you for what's his last name?
Nakamura. Nakamura. I can't see. I
Nakamura.
can't even.
Oh,
I can't
okay.
even see the comments because it's hidden from me for some reason.
Oh, across. You got to scroll. You got to scroll across to get them to pop up.
Oh,
But hi, Tyler. Thank you
ah,
for joining us.
dang.
Ula, thank you for being in here. Mary, I appreciate all y'all for watching. Hey, for those y'all that are just tuning in, this is episode number 10 of Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live with today's guest, Mr. Robert Brooker, an award-winning public speaker. He's an up-and-coming author, and he's also the host of Robert Brooker, Old Guy, where he gets in there and shows you firsthand how to make friends, how to really interact with people, get in there and make those connections. Hey, Tyler says he's a good friend of yours, so that's awesome, man. He comes. You got your supporters coming in here, viewing this and watching it. If y'all are watching live, drop hashtag live. If you're watching on the replay, drop hashtag replay. And if you didn't catch the question in the beginning of the show, it was, what is something that you're grateful for? Let us know in the comments something that you woke up thankful for this morning. And all right, so back to our, whoa, that is one fancy piece of equipment. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's very inexpensive.
It got you looking scary over there.
Yeah,
You look like something out of a horror movie
I
when
was
you do
about to
that.
start making Halloween sounds. This was about $40. The light and the holder holds cell phones,
Yeah.
and with mounts, it's just like a little rack for holding some lights, a battery, mic, and you can go around.
That's cool.
You know, if you're
Oh
recording with
wow.
using your cell phones, action cam. Oh, Tim Bird is live too. Wow. Um, I thought, yeah, it's about time I buy one of those. So I looked around, and $40 for the light, the battery, the charger, and this, and it has like two mounts, and that's all I needed.
So, hey, babe, I got to get me one of them. Do they sell them on Amazon?
Yes, that's where I got it. So,
Awesome. Well, hey, bud, hey, I know I know that you're an up and coming author. So, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about this book that you got coming out.
well, anyone that's followed me, that's seen me interact with people on a live stream, kind of get a taste for my writing style in the comments, because I'm sure I've given you some Whopper comments, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I do
you
that
always
everywhere.
do a great job whenever you interact. That's something that I really appreciate about you. Like I mean, it really it means a lot to me whenever you're viewing the lives when you're watching the show because you bring so much value to the comments and everything. That's why I was so excited to have you on the show, bud.
Yeah, thank you. That's I that's I'm that's something I focus on. Because when I started hanging around here, all I had was me and the internet, and I didn't have any money, that's for sure. So I couldn't be firing dollars at you. So you said something that resonates with me. I'm going to do my best to take that feeling that's in my heart and put it in writing and fire it off to you as quick as I can, so that it kind of.
I love it, bud. You always like man, like I said, man, I do appreciate it. I really do like everything that you do because you're always there. You're always on every live, whether it's a replay or it's live, and it's usually live. You're one of the first people that tunes in, and I do, and I appreciate it more than I can express in words. But I really want to know about this book that you got coming out, bud. So what is it? What's the name of it? What's it about?
Doesn't have a name yet, um, but this is Bradley's suggestion that I write it on basically working and living through depression.
Working on what exactly?
Just living your life or trying to live your life while in major depression, because that's what
Oh yeah.
I had to do that. And since I guess it developed in my late teenage years, and it just, who knows if it was there or not before, but with all those hormones swishing around when you're growing up, you don't know what's going on anyways, as far as that goes. But it came to stay.
Absolutely.
And when I started working, and it got so bad, I would get circle vision. All I could see is literally a small circle in front of me, and it's like a few feet away. It would seem that way, and it was a fisheye. So everything was all squished in like the GoPro look.
That was more than depression, brother. That's almost like glaucoma. Like that's something more serious. That's something else. That's not just depression, brother. That's something else. I don't know what it is. I ain't a doctor,
Yeah,
but I know like personally, I can't speak for everybody, but I know that I have suffered from depression as well, and I feel you. Like I mean I know what it's like to not want to get out of bed. I know what it's like to try and commit suicide. I know what it's like to be in those shoes. But
yeah.
that man, that's insane. The
And
the whole fisheye
this
deal.
is me getting out of bed. I was getting out of bed. I was exercising a lot, 2 or 3 hours a night. It was a little much. 6 days a week. That was kind of crazy. But I didn't know any better, and I didn't ask. Asking someone for
Mhm.
help was the very last thing that I would probably just let
It's the
myself
hardest.
die instead of asking for someone help back then. Uh, and
So it in your opinion, I wanted to say something on that you just said. Do you think it's harder to admit you need help to yourself or to ask for help from someone else?
um, Both. And in some cases, I didn't realize I needed help. I just thought this was normal, and they did okay with it, so I'll do okay with it. I'll just have to figure it out. Think about it longer. So I was used to figuring out things by myself. Um,
Yeah.
and I think it was because I remember when I was younger, my my father used to complain that I wouldn't let him tie my shoes anymore. Um, I'm sure there was a reason for that, but yeah, once I learned how to do it myself, I did it myself, and told everybody the kids' equipment to fuck off. Um, if anyone tried to tie my shoes, I wanted to do it
Uh,
myself, and I didn't want to hear anything else about it. Uh,
what age was that? What age you
oh,
around the about was that? Because I know I didn't personally learn to tie my shoes until like I was like 8
oh,
or 9.
I was pretty young, um, maybe 3 or 4. Believe me, as soon as I could do it, I did it. Um, I was,
And independent. You're independent. You want to do it on your own. That's good, man. That's a great mindset to have. So I want to know, man, like in your own words, what does staying humble really mean to you?
Hmm. Um, I guess it means you don't let yourself, you don't get too full of yourself and you forget where you came from and who made you and think that you're God and go out and think that you should have more than everyone else, um, that you're entitled to it, um, that you're I don't know, that's just things that come to my mind as I'm thinking about it. Now, I'm sort of been I'm like that all the time, except because I didn't have a lot of self-confidence growing up. I, I just accepted that we were what was screamed at us when we were kids, and I went through high school without um, little if any self-confidence. I didn't even know there was supposed to be. I love notifications. Uh, that's what those are. If I pause at all, it's
Mm-hmm.
notifications. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, I can tell that they're coming in, but it's all good because on the live, when it comes in back and it plays, even if you lag on my end, you're not actually lagging to our audience.
oh,
If I'm not mistaken,
oh.
sometimes a
Well,
little, but not much.
I pause myself when that comes in on my end, just because it's annoying. It's interrupt. I mean, and you think it'd be easy to turn them off. No, 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 no. Facebook thing. You get a set. You get
Yeah, even if you turn it off, man,
Facebook
even if you
updates.
turn it off, it's gonna they come back. They find they weasel their way back in. It's just like them pictures getting saved on your phone from Messenger. It's annoying, and you shut it off a million times, but they still do it.
Yeah.
So let me see real quick. Let me see what we got. All right, bud. So I appreciate you. I really do, man. I have one last big question for you, and this is the one that means more to me personally and than anything that I'll ever ask you. And that is, if you only had 5 minutes to live and the entire world could hear you speak, what would be your message to the world?
Hmm. My message to the world. If I only had 5 minutes to live, well, it depends on who's with me. I would be speaking unless I was somehow
Everyone in
magic.
the world can hear you.
Everyone in the world could hear me.
Yes, basically magic. Yes, magic.
Okay, all of you, smarten the fuck up. Now, um, more or less, the general everyone, just get your mind out of wherever it is, bring it and focus on where you are and what you're doing right now in this moment, and be grateful that you're here at all. And simply, I would probably elaborate on that, but I'm not yet.
Well, bud, you got a few minutes, so hey,
Uh,
elaborate.
I will. Oh dear. Okay, I have to hide behind my camera. A chat popped up, and someone said, "Mr. Robert, what are you doing here?" Oh dear, they found me. One of these ladies. I, when I used at my previous job, it was possible to be stalked. Is that the right term for it? Anyways, carrying on. Uh, don't listen to anything anyone says about you. Um, if it's not, especially if it's just tearing you down. I mean, you can get criticism. You can find something useful out of anything that anyone says to you, even if it's just a sign that you want to avoid that person in the future. Um, anytime anyone says anything to me, I'm thinking, well, is there a basis in fact? Is there something that would prompt them to say that aside from their own altered perception of me, different perception? Um, you see, because I'm trying to be me all the time, genuine, and
Hmm.
that's the best way because um, it requires little effort. For some people, it might be fear, depending on where they are, and it isn't always good for corporate life to be me. And if when something's not fair for no reason, I get upset. If it's just there to get, to intimidating someone to get control so that they do what they want, that's usually the last time I ever do what anybody wants. It got to the point, my job, I created a nice, pleasant way to spend the day on my job by altering my perception. What I did, I just gave myself an opportunity to take pride in what I did. And I broke it all down into steps. And each step you knew if you did it right or wrong. Both you and the people on the train knew you did it right when you did it wrong. But I'm very good at manual, a high degree of manual dexterity. So I would do it right. And some other operators would get angry at you. They say, no, you're doing that deliberately so that we would be late. And then thinking, no, you're too close to us. So I ramped up the efficiency on my door operation. And I had a really good sense of the platform. And you had to really get into a zone for that. It was my job to clear the platform when we got in there. Not of people who were in, but people who were already there. And once that happened, then the doors start closing. And I don't care if there's a stream of people because they flow in like it's like water. Wherever there's an opening, the water's going to go there. And you can't sit there all day. The schedule's not, schedule wasn't designed that way. You have to leave after you've cleared the platform. So you have to pick just the right moment so that it doesn't close on somebody. And when somebody that really pushes it and runs really hard, that is the kind of person to jam the doors, doesn't have the opportunity to do so. And carry on. It's not exciting. It wasn't exciting. It was repetitive, but I've always been a transit fan, anyways. And operating a train actually is a lot of fun. It's as fun as you think it is, but it doesn't get old.
Operating a crane, is that what you said?
Yeah, plus there are people there. I love being around people, and there'd be a lot of people there, and I usually got the good ones. I'd hear my fellow coworkers complaining about this, complaining about that, and thinking, they don't do that to me. And they brought a lot of the stress on themselves, but it's hard to accept that. It's I knew whatever I was doing, I knew it inside and out, and I did it very well. And when you can do that and you can take pride in it, and especially because I didn't tell anyone that it altered my perception, because it wasn't their business, and they would have tried to put a damper on it because there were a lot of people there. They saw you rising up, they'd be running over to get you, to pull you back down.
Yeah, because it's like have you ever heard that saying about the crabs?
Yes.
You ever seen crabs in a bucket? Yeah, you once there's more than one in there, they won't let one other one get out. They'll just reach up and grab them, pull them back in.
Yeah,
and that's the way it is, brother. Unfortunately, but thankfully we got people like you that are willing to go out there and overcome that.
Yeah,
So is there anything you'd like to leave us with, but before we end this today, bud?
Woo! Hi, Dan McCluskey. There, and Jason Hallen does that. I love when he does that. It really inspires me when he does that. Especially you're looking at live and you're listening, and all of a sudden, boom, your eardrums get blasted, and I was like, wow, that's intense. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So I just thought I'd fire one off. I'm practicing. In the comments,
come on down. Hey, we down in the South. There's plenty of woohoos and yeehaws for you. So you come on to Arkansas. Come on down here to Hot Springs. You'll hear plenty of it.
I've been there. Actually, when Sarah and I got married, that's where we went, Hot Springs, for a few days.
Really? Hey, I'll tell you something that a lot of people don't know. I know ramen noodles are bad for you, and you're not supposed to eat them. But there's a waterfall here in Hot Springs that is 142 degrees year-round, and it makes the best instant ramen you've ever made in your life.
Well, yes. That's a mineral-rich mixture, I would imagine, that waterfall. Heated as it is.
I would assume it is, but it's so clean, though. The water is amazing. And it's hot. I mean, it'll burn you.
Yeah.
It hurts you.
Yeah, you don't need
We
that.
got Dan.
Dan McCluskey.
Go ahead.
Dan McCluskey.
Yeah, I was going to jump into the live.
Read this. Let's see. I had to switch glasses because that's one thing that happens when you get a little older. They still test as 20/20, my eyes, but close, especially when I've been ignoring my body's request for sleep for some time now, so my body just takes it when it can get it. But there we go. Humility brings me to source power. Thank you. Gumby the rules.
Hey, that's all good. But
Gumby.
Hey, my glasses are like, my head's crooked. I think my glasses they're at a bit of a slant, but I can't really do anything about that. It's every pair of glasses that I put on. But Bud, hey man, you've been an awesome guest. I really appreciate you, Dan. I know you came in here at the end, but make sure you watch the replay. Mr. Brooker is he's somebody, he's something else, man. He's a character. I love him to death. He brings so much value to everywhere he goes. Y'all be looking for his book to come out. Hey, we don't know exactly when it's gonna come out, but that's why you got to pay attention, because when it does, it's gonna explode. And don't miss him. Hey, by the way, when does Robert Old Guy, like at what time and day does that air, so people know where to find you?
It's not. It was. I started off on Thursdays, late in the evening.
Okay.
But it depends on the guest, because they could be from anywhere in the world. And since I have a lot of time otherwise, because I'm retired otherwise, then whatever's good for them, because somebody somewhere will be able to watch, no matter what time I go on.
Well, hey, there y'all go. Y'all got to pay attention and make sure you don't miss him. Don't miss Mr. Robert Brooker on Robert Old Guy. I cannot wait to be on the show at some point, because, hey, man, look, man, I don't even know what else to say. Thank you so very much for coming on the live today. I'm gonna knock it off here. But if you don't mind, please drop all your contact information, any Facebook pages that you want us to see, any way we can get in touch with you, down in the comments as soon as possible. And thank you very, very much, Bud.
Hey, thank you for inviting me.
Man, thank y'all so much for joining us on episode number 10 of Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live with Tucker Bearden. I appreciate y'all so very much, man. Robert is awesome. I enjoy him. Like he's kind of like me, man. You give him a topic and he'll go on and on and on. But here's the thing: if you listen to what he says, he brings value to the table. If you listen to the way he says it, he brings wisdom to the table. So I'm telling you, y'all need to go check him out. Check out Robert, old dude. If you are seeing this alive, make sure y'all drop a hashtag live down there. But if you're catching the replay, just give me a hashtag replay so I know that you're here. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so very much. If you would like me to be a public speaker, at your event. I am a motivational speaker. If you'd like me to speak at your event, all you have to do is drop me a line. Contact me through Facebook. If you go to my public page, which is Tucker Bearden Inspiring the World, you can actually get my personal number from that page, but don't spam me because I will block you. Anyway, I appreciate y'all so very much. If you would like to be a guest on one of our next episodes of Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live, all you got to do is the same thing. Drop me a line, contact me, hit me up. I would love to connect with you, even if you just want to chat. So thank y'all so very much. Please go out and be the blessing for someone, and you will live within blessings. Y'all have a wonderful day, and don't forget, today's a twofer. We got 2 episodes coming today at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We got the #1 coach for the corporate burnout coming on, Mr. Rich Finaldi, who's going to be coming on at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for episode number 11 of Stay Humble, Hustle Hard Live. Yes, we are doing 2 today, baby. So we're going to knock it out the park. I can't wait for that one. Y'all have a blessed day, and please don't forget to share this video. Y'all, bye.